I had a public meeting that individuals came
Right, remember that?
to my meeting,
Right.
to that public hearing, and they spoke.
But other than
We
that,
also
they
have
were-
meetings that those who didn't want to speak there or weren't able to make it also came to my office. So
Did they-
there's been many various conversations across the board with everybody
Did you
that
have,
wanted to speak with me.
did
So
you have private conversations with Hath then during that
we
period?
met with anyone who asked for a meeting at that time.
Why do you keep dancing around and answer that question? Did you have private conversations with Hask about an ordinance change at the same time that they were preparing
Roberto,
to
we had
organize a
conversation
fundraising
with
for it?
everybody who had an interest, whether they're community clinics, their hospitals, their association. We had meetings with the medical association, we had a meeting with everybody and anybody who wants to talk about the ordinance change.
But you won't talk about the fact that you had meetings with Hask while you were drafting an ordinance that would benefit their industry, and they were concurrently planning fundraisers for you. I mean, isn't that what happened?
Roberto,
Or is the
we
grand
had
jury
meetings.
completely in left field on that?
We had meetings with any parties who requested for a meeting with me. It was back a year, almost 2 years now, okay? Actually, a little over a year. But we had meetings with anybody who requested, whether it's a public meeting that they came and spoke,
Right.
or we had private meetings.
Would that include hospital lobbyists?
That includes anybody who requested for the meetings.
Why won't you just, I guess, say the
Because
words,
Roberto,
bad
it's over a
words?
year ago, I would have to go back to my calendar to verify for you,
With
to make
all
sure.
that's been happening here, I mean, you guys have been researching this, you put together boards and everything, you don't know the
Roberto,
central question of the
again-
grand jury report? That's the
again,
central issue that
The
they
central
raised.
issue the grand
And you're not
jury,
speaking to
no,
it.
the
You're
central
dancing
issue, no, the central issue the grand jury made was a
Right.
big mistake. They stated that the amendment that changed the cattle optimum composition was March of 2011. Outright wrong.
Mhm.
It wasn't. That was the health benefit exchange.
Well, obviously, the picture they have painted is a close
But
relationship with you and the hospital
but they
industry.
painted the fact that you yourself went out there and said this, the lobbyists rewrote the ordinance. It was incorrect.
So the
Roberto?
lobbyists had no impact on that ordinance whatsoever, which is what you said.
Look, the health benefit exchange that the grand jury referenced was from March 2011, not the composition of the board of directors that I authored in December 2011. Any other questions?